All right, welcome to some more good old-fashioned Facebook training. Let me double check here, make sure that we're all recording and everything is rocking and rolling. Looks like we're in good shape there. Last week we talked about the whip effect and how that's really helped. And actually, I mentioned it right here on my page and how I broke it down very simply how to position yourself on Facebook. If you hadn't had a chance to watch that, make sure you go back there and check it out. It is in the group. And so this week, I want to continue on from what I had planned for y'all from last week. So we talked about the whip effect, and just for real quick, for those of you that missed last week's training, that's when you build something up after posting some sort of content, right? A lot of people chime in on the comments, and it's some kind of viral aspect. You can get the content from Reddit, which I left the link in the group, and everything else. But and once you build up some sort of edge rank, right, some weight and affinity, and you got quite a few people chiming in on your post, immediately above it, you should post something about your business, right? And now, not immediately, obviously, this was about an hour ago, and well, actually, those two just happened to be that way because that's Seth actually posting on my wall, which brings us to what we're going to talk about today. But nevertheless, you can see that we got some content. Let me drop down to the next one below. Built up on this one, a few comments, a share, right? Same thing on this. That's something that's catchy. And the whip effect basically says build up your edge rank in your comments by putting viral content out there. And then once you build up your comments and all that stuff, then post something about your business so that people, as they're checking out your page, can see some opportunity to do business with you, or in my case, buy something from me, or at least get on my list, right? Today, I'm going to teach y'all a couple of steps further into Facebook marketing. Since there's so many of you that have only been with me for a couple weeks or a month now, I want to make sure that I go through this really extensively, especially Michael Rice, who's been with me for quite a while now, has never seen this done via webinar, I don't believe. So I don't know if you're on the call or not, Michael, or on the webinar here, but this one's kind of for you, bud. So let me show you over here. This is the home screen on Facebook, right? You have, this is your news feed. This is what we call the sidebar of doom. So if you don't have a good edge rank, your post winds up over here, and it's even hard to click on these things, right? You see, they just don't even make it engaging at all. So it deters people from interacting with you. And what that does is that keeps people from seeing things like this. If they don't interact with you, how can they share your link, right? If they don't interact with you, how can Facebook say that that you shared this link, right? Or that a person, let's see, for example, wait for it. There's another person sharing content on Facebook. You notice the scenery here. Yeah, that was nice, huh? You notice the scenery here. Uh, Besides the chick with the rock hard abs there, on the news feed, a lot of it is people sharing stuff, okay? And a lot of it's from fan pages because they have a lot of weight and stuff. So the reason why I show you that is you've got to figure out some way to attract people out of that news feed because you're competing with shared links and pages and everything else. Especially the more more pages your people have liked, the more likely they're going to see page post, especially if they're boosted, but page post instead of your people post, right? Page post being like fan pages. So let me show you today what you can do to kind of numb things down a little bit for them and communicate on a better level. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of communication. It's just a place for y'all to interact outside of the normal Facebook two choices between here and here. And that's by creating groups. Now, I like to create syndicate groups. The cool thing about syndicate groups is you can take your title company, and I'll just give you an example here. And on the left-hand side over here, you can see groups is going to be the third choice down. So Social Skulls is one that I like to use as an example. We no longer use this group, so it's really good for me to use it as an example in these webinars. So Social Skulls is basically what we call social media syndicate. Okay? And the way that I've set this up, this group, is so that me and 33 of my closest friends can all go in this group and work together to share our stuff. So let's give an example. See, there's certain rules. If you notice, everybody posts the same type of link, facebook.com photo PHP. Same here, facebook.com, photo PHP. Everybody post a very specific link. If you'll notice this, everybody's doing the same exact rhythm there, posting this again. And so the reason why we've done that is we have a system that we've put into place in this group. And if you'll message me and say that you want it, I'll give you the info. Because like if you look right here before we dive into it, whoops, we have bylaws. And I'll just show you real quick. I actually took the time and matter of fact, while we're all watching this, I'll just make a copy real quick and post it in our group. But I took the time to actually write rules, and even more so, I took the time to teach people because I made a video with instructions as well. So you can really make this a cool group within a couple of minutes. I mean, it only took me 2 or 3 minutes to make the video and put everything up there. So wait for it, y'all. Wait for it. Here you go. So I'll copy the bylaws in here for you so that y'all have those. Now, these are written like Fight Club rules, but it'll give you an overall idea of what you should do. The second thing is, what I created here is under photos. Inside those bylaws, it tells everybody that they must watch this video. It's 4 minutes and 19 seconds. And what happens is, it shows them, and I'll give you real quick, in 4 minutes and, well, 4:20, 4:19, whatever it is, it gives you a breakdown of exactly how to do things, right? So what link to share, how to go back there and post it, and all that good stuff. And so I've taken the time to just do a quick screenshot video to be able to organize this group very well. Now let me show you what the results of that are, and you guys could all start putting your thinking hat on, because this is the cool thing, and this is what that $200 Facebook Syndicate program that you see me peddling on Facebook from time to time, this is exactly what it teaches, is how to do this. And I've never really taught it to this group. We've talked about a lot of other stuff that's way, way effective, and it's a lot of it way more effective, but I wanted to bring y'all back to basics, especially with some of you that are less than 60 days into the program. So back to basics. So in order to create a group, all you have to do is go over here to the groups page, and that's automatically going to be on the left-hand side of your home page. So let's just take that step by step. Home, right here. Then on the left-hand side over here, you'll see groups. Hold your mouse over groups, and the word more shows up. Just click on more. And then you can see any groups that you've been added to or been a member of, but you can also create your own group. You can name the group Ron Smith. Let's just do this. Let's say it's for me, Ryan Stuman. Let's say I'm a real estate agent. So did I spell your name wrong? There he is. All right, so I got a lot of Brian's as friends. There we go. And let me think of who else I should add here real quick, just on the fly. I'll add everybody else to it later. But I want you to see real quick how that Patrick's another guy. Matthew. There you go. I wanted you to see how easy it is to name a group and add a few members. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to make this a secret group. And inside of a secret group, that means that only members of the group can see that the group exists, who's in it, and what members post. And now that's exactly what we're in when we do our hardcore closer posts, like where I just copied the bylaws from and posted them for you guys to see them. See, all that's the same thing. It's a secret group. Nobody can see anything that we do back there without us letting them, sending them the link and then letting them in the group or adding them manually through Facebook. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second, which is why I didn't add everybody to this group yet. So we hit create right here. And you get to pick out an icon. So, you know, whatever floats your boat, right? An apple for the teacher. And voila. we have created ourselves a group. And so when you want to add people to the group, you just simply come over here and then add them to the group. It's really easy. That's the only way that people will find out that this group even exists. And you can even come over here and copy the bylaws into the description of the group. So when people come in here, they read the bylaws of the group. Okay? Second thing is, if you have any events, like if you're going to have a get-together or a webinar, for example, you can come back here and create an event, upload particular photos, and much like in our group, or the exact same thing in our group, you can upload different files. So if it's marketing flyers or open house flyers or PDFs or websites that they want to upload, you can bring all that into the files as well. So let's go back over here. The reason you want to name it after your real estate agent is so that they can have ownership of this group. It's their group. Even though you're the administrator and you control really what's going on back there, it's a group built around them. So let's just take a real life example. If I'm a real estate agent, then let's say my wife Ashley is my loan officer, right? 'Cause damn it, that happens sometimes. And it's hard to take business away from family, right? Especially a spouse. But let's say Ashley's my loan officer, Matt is my title guy, Patrick's my appraiser, Steve is the guy I buy my signs and business cards from, Brian is my title company, this is my home inspector, Michael, Michael Rice is my credit repair guy, and Lamont is my financial planner that refers me deals. Right? So all of us work together so that I can sell more houses, so that Lamont can get more financial planner deals, so that Michael Rice, hopefully, if he's in the credit repair business, y'all aren't even screwing with that kind of stuff. But just in case, so that Michael gets a continual flow of bad loans that you can't do, so he can fix their credit if he was a credit repair guy, which, by the way, he is not. He is a loan officer. And so on and so forth. So, if you took the sum of everybody's friends here, let's say my wife has 500, Matthew's 500. Let's see how many people's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. There's 9 of us in this group. If we all have, let's just say 500 friends apiece, then that's 4,500 people that could potentially be exposed every time we post in this group. So if I come here and I say, for example, I'm going to go to my personal wall and I want to share this. Let's just use a really good example, right? Hell, I always want to sell more stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, gang, y'all help me sell some more of my stuff by posting it to your wall. Here's what I do. Right here where it's time stamped and it says about an hour ago, you can even see the yellow window pull up right there, the yellow pop-up. Click on that. And this, my friends, is the link that you copy. So up here, hit copy or Control-C or Command-C if you're on a Mac. You copy that, go back over here to the group. There we go. I think I went back too far. There we go. Go back over here to the group, and this is how you post. And I'm going to give you a couple reasons why. Should say program. And then I'm going to paste the link right there from my status update. Right? Not to link to the website to where they can apply, not the link that I pulled up from that status or anything else, but where I just copied it from, the actual timestamp link from here. And there's a reason why. We're about to get really into some simple to understand stuff, but some really cool technique about Facebook that will open your eyes to what some simple possibilities out there are. So you think there's 9 of us together, okay? So if you go down here and you click in this group, it pulls you up to my post. If you share this, okay, it shows all of your friends that you shared this post, and then it'll add a share over here. It looks like this. See this 3 right there? It'll have a little thing like that over here, okay? So that would be 9. And you see this is an ad right here. So that would be 9 shares on this post total, or 8. I'm sorry, because I can't share my own, or I can. It just wouldn't make sense. But 8 shares total. If each one of you likes on this and even left a comment, something like, hey, I highly recommend working with Ryan, or Ryan sells houses fast, or whatever we're trying to promote, right? whatever the case may be. Ryan's programs help us close more loans. And we all chimed in and did that. Then think of the amount of weight that this will have. It's coming off as soon as I post it. Okay, there's a couple of you that may see the alert in the group because it doesn't have to be instantaneous, y'all. But as soon as I post it, there may be a couple of you that reach out and hit the like button. And then you share it on your friend. Hey, my friend Ryan's running a special. And then, let's say an hour later, a couple, 2, 3 more of you go back and see that there's that alert in the group that there's something back there for you to share. You go back an hour or so later and you both share it and like it and leave a comment on it. And what happens is that kills the time decay, right? Because we're getting brand new exposure on my post over and over again every time that y'all chime in on it. And so, 9 people could really draw a post back into the news feed. Just your 9 organic people. That doesn't count the rest of the people that are going to chime in by default. But just your organic 9 people are going to drag this thing with a lot of weight back into the news feed. You could do that throughout the week. Man, I've even gone as far as to have the people, or not have, but the people that were actually helping me started actually talking on the post and build it up to 40 comments just because they were enjoying the conversation they were having, which will happen to you too because you're all trying to serve a common purpose. You're trying to help a real estate agent sell more homes, or a financial advisor get more clients, or whoever that referral source that you're building the group around is. Obviously, the best way, in my opinion, is to build that around real estate agents. And so building that group and everybody chiming in on this gains momentum, and it starts virality. It starts to show in this news feed. Wait for it. For some reason, turn that off there. And see, recommends a link. Share Jay Johnson status update. Share Jay Johnson status update. So now what's up? Now all of a sudden you see that what's going on in my news feed and what you see in your news feed as well, right? And now all of a sudden you become part of that news feed because you've built up. Hey, you know what? It's going to say Lamont Godbolt shared Ryan Stewman's link. Michael Rice recommends Ryan Stewman's status update. Brian Grout commented on Ryan Stewman's status update. And that's going to help that agent or whoever you're trying to help promote their business. Now you say, okay, quit talking about you, Ryan. How is this going to help? How is this going to help real estate agents? What are they going to do? They don't sell $99 products or anything like that. Okay, let's just go through here real quick. So right here, this is a really good post. Congratulations to Sabrina, Willie, and family. We did it together. Let's build an awesome home. You as the loan officer can go back, build this, come through here. Whoops. And then you leave the link to that to where you can chime in. Your agent may go back here and leave these links themselves. Hey, y'all, could you help me build up some momentum on this post? You can take these posts and do it for them and say, hey, gang, rally up, everybody. And the first thing you want to tell everybody to do, I forgot to mention this. This is really important. And do this in our group as well, is go over to notifications and make sure that all posts are turned on. And then even so over here, yeah, no, that's good enough. Just make sure that your notifications are turned on so that we're able to go back here and share Colleen's status, right? Now, this isn't a house for sale, but this is Colleen that sold a home. So what's able to happen is you're back here and able to go, that's awesome. Great job, Colleen. You're such an awesome realtor. The Willie family's lucky. Sorry about that, y'all. And so that's bound to happen a few more times as we get rolling through this. So just bear with me, right? And matter of fact, can I turn chat off? You'd think the Facebook master would know something like that. Bam, I guess I can. All right. And there you have it. Just a little side lesson there on how to turn the chat off. So, but you can see right here that, a few people like this, 11 people like this. Sean Mathis, our insurance guy, chimed in. She's got a syndicate already set up. And you can see that just adds that little bit of extra element. When someone looks up Colleen, for example, let's just see, she's a really good agent that lives by example. When someone looks up Colleen's page from Google and lands here and takes a look at her before they're friends, they can see that people actually chime in on the things that she says, that she celebrates her business and she appreciates her clients. They can see that she's into weird looking shoes because she's total Texas redneck, right? And for whatever reason, puts pictures of random stuff from the MLS because it's entertaining. And so you can see that she lives by this and gets people to chime in. So as a consumer, you would look at Colleen and go, wow, she's probably someone really cool to do business with, right? But she's also really fun as well. So you want to help her, or rather she wants to help herself. You can go back here and post the link to that specific timestamp status, whether it's a picture, whether it's just a word status or a video or whatever. You just hit the time that it was posted and then put it back there in your group. And then as people log into Facebook throughout the day, Steve, Michael, Brian, Matt, my wife, for example, as they log into Facebook during the day, they just reach out there and share it. They may even just go to the post and like it and comment on it and, congratulate Colleen or whatever the case may be. Really simple stuff, but every time you do that, you see that you show up in your friends' news feeds. So you help Colleen by showing off her closings or maybe a listing, for example, or something of that nature, while at the same time, if you have important news, then you're able to use that group as well to go back there. And that's funny. My little man likes to sneak in the office when he's not supposed to. Never fails. But you can go back there in the group as well, and any important advertisements you need to make. Like, I saw something today about the bond market was doing all sorts of, the feds were purchasing all sorts of bonds today, right? When I was watching the stock market on the news. So that may be something that y'all really need to spread the word about if people hadn't locked their loans yet. So you may go back here in Facebook and put something like that out there. Or back here in this group, rather, and put something like that out there on Facebook and help spread the word. That, higher rates are coming, higher rates are coming. So you see how easy and powerful a group is, and it doesn't even have to be a massive amount of people, right? Matter of fact, the less people you have in it, the better. Now, the rules are don't post bullshit back there and expect people to share it, right? If you have a $30,000 trailer home and you like, hey, I really need to sell this house, man. The guy's cooking meth to pay the bills every month. We got to get him out of there before it blows up. Like, you can't do that, y'all. Right? Nobody's going to believe that 9 people chimed in and shared a freaking trailer home, right? And I use that as an example a lot because it's the extreme. But even any, it just make sure that it's believable. If not, that people might catch on to you or think, damn, they're full of shit. They'll share anything for that person. That person could take a picture of the toilet after they're done and they'd share it for them. You don't want to be like that. Sorry, my voice is cracking as usual. And we are only 24 minutes in today. So I have been pounding the phones pretty hard this week, actually. Lots of agents to talk to. So back here in the group, you've got all the control in the world. The agent can use it. The other vendors can use it. But in the bylaws that we put here, for example, where I put it in the About section, it tells you, which y'all are more than welcome to use these, it tells you, hey, don't bring your stuff in here. Participation is mandatory. And if you have something good to share, by all means, share it. If you have something that's basically a buy my shit, thing, it's all there's no value or no way people would believe that you would share that for somebody, then don't put it back there in the group because we're trying to appear as professionals that are conspiring to syndicate material for the better of the people that you serve, right? I mean, it really is that easy. It's not like we're trying to use this to hurt people or spam people. We're using this group so that we can share important information. Right now, inventory is limited in the marketplace, right? Inventory as far as homes for sale is limited right now in just about all of our marketplaces. And so having a secret group like this that you even put 15 agents that work, like let's say the Allen, Texas area. That's a city in Allen, north of Dallas in Texas, Allen is. And let's just say that you put 15 realtors that don't really know each other that well, but they all serve the Allen Metroplex together. And you're like, listen, you guys want to sell homes fast. As soon as y'all get listings, put it in this group because here's the people that work with the people in your area, the top people. How appreciative would they be that they had a new place to market their home to agents to be able to sell houses lightning fast? Of course, they're already selling fast, but what if they sell them lightning faster? Groups can do that. You can use these for all sorts of really, really, really cool stuff. So make sure once you begin your group, you put your bylaws in there. You can even upload your videos if you want to shoot a video on how to, all that good stuff. You can go through here and you can message people, which I'll get a message from me once a week when we do this call or this webinar, whatever I've decided that it's going to be the day of, and whatever's going to fit the training the best, I guess I should say. You're able to go down here and select all, which you can only do to like 50 people. Once you get 200 so people, which I'll demonstrate in a minute, I don't think you can select all of them like that. But you're able to start the chat, which I'm not going to do, and then send a message out to them. I always put on mine, if you'll notice, do not mass reply. That way nobody's annoyed by you asking 9 questions on a thread and their phone keep going off. I always just say reply outside of that. Do not mass reply. That way just always giving people instructions, because if not, they don't know any better, right? They may not see that there was 9 or 8 other people tied in on that message with them. They may not realize that. They may thought it just went to them. And they may say something really stupid. So, or maybe not. It may just be really annoying. Either way, that's the cool thing about groups. Now, on the flip side, and once you create these groups, you can just go over here and you can hit this and you just add it to favorites, and it'll leave it right here in your favorites, which, as you can see right here on the side of my page. So that way, all you got to do is hit it. You don't have to search really hard to find it or any of that stuff. Let me give you an idea of how this power can really work. So let's go down here. Like, here's an example of a post that I had them share on April 15th. Okay, so that's this year. It's just words shared right there by that timestamp, as you can see, post. Shared it twice, chimed in, but look at this. There's 251 comments on here, right? And you can bet sweet baby Jesus that I put my business post above this after I woke up in the morning and saw that many people had chimed in on them. I mean, it literally reached all over the news feed, and there's a lot of people that chimed in on this post. And I got a lot of chances to, put advertisements to my stuff, having conversations with people and being able to say, hey, check this out while you're reading down this thread. There's all sorts of videos and advertisements and things of that nature, as you can see I'm doing down here. So that's one example. Let's see, here's another one that was April 14th. It was one of the videos I uploaded to Facebook. Let's see if that got us anywhere. Yeah, you can see 51 shares. So obviously there's not 51 people in the group, but 51 shares, 181 people like this, and God knows how many comments are on there, right? And it's not because all of this is manufactured. Maybe out of the social skulls, in all reality, let's just see, 22 people at the most chimed in on this, right? 22 people at the most chimed in on this. And so let's say half of them actually took action. So you can see the process there. There's Tony. And so you can see how that process works right there. Here's Sean, another one. Sean's an insurance agent. He's got 4 shares, 9 people like it, quite a few comments on it, and it's his video. So that just goes to show you the power of these groups. And I'm actually scrolling through here because there's one post that we actually did some really cool tweaking stuff on that was Kent Littlejohn's post. And sorry if I'm getting you dizzy from scrolling on the screen. I'm trying to find it. It was Kent Littlejohn's post, and we would go back in about every 2 or 3 weeks and all start talking on it and sharing it again so that we could get it back in the news feed. That's how crazy you can get when it comes to manipulating the news feed. It's just like SEO for Google. Again, I'm sorry for continuing to scroll. It's further in here. There it is. Okay. You can hear, let's play a game. Let's get an old post back going again. Who wants to play? Let's start getting back this one for Kent. So say the house didn't sell and it's been on the market for over a month. Here's a way to drag that back in the timeline by already using the weight that already exists. Just for fun here. That's right. By using the weight that already exists on it. So I could come back in here and you could see the last person chimed in on this on February 6th. So I'm going to hit the like button. That'll drag it back, believe it or not, in some parts of the news feed. Pretty crazy, huh? But that's the power of it. So if a house doesn't sell in, say, January, you're able to go back in a couple of weeks and type on the post again, and guess what? It'll start exposing that through the news feed to everybody. Again, really powerful stuff. So you can see how cool it is to have one of these groups, and like the really the power and the virility and everything else that goes along with belonging to one. Hope I'm not getting anyone dizzy here. Okay, so we're halfway through the training today. So now we're going to move into phase 2. So phase 1 is start a group. Add all your vendors to the group and conspire to do great things. Phase 2 is also to get your group to, when they post content that's relevant for your audience. So when an agent takes a listing, for example, hey, I just got a brand new listing here at 1234 Main Street. Come on and check it out. It's not going to be on the market very long. Make sure they tag you as well. Just see, like Seth here, dude, this is one of the most knowledgeable guys of Facebook that there is, right? Him and Kate Buck are probably the top 2 people on Facebook. And so he knows when he posts something, he's sending it out to his target audience. Well, guess what? This is also, just like it's posted on my wall, it's also posted on 15 other people's wall. So you can tag your syndicate on some things as well and get them to automatically chime in, which obviously works well because you can see right here, he's got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 comments. Okay, and that's an actual advertisement, y'all. Come pay me some money to enjoy a day at a beach house and hang out with me. And he's got 17 comments already, 2 hours ago. Rose got a syndicate group that she has invited me to. They're back there killing it. The same thing I'm teaching you right now. Rose sends me messages. As a matter of fact, I'll show you just real quick. Rose sends me a message this morning. I posted last night about someone who's serious to get fit. I used Ryan and AJ's from our radio shows suggestion to target clients by exactly who I was looking for. I got 8 messages within 15 minutes. And that was her that just popped up over here. So I just want to show you that, like, even she can do that selling diet stuff, which is freaking abundant, right? And she does wraps and all this other stuff. Surely y'all can help some agents sell a house, right? So here's phase 2, is getting your people to syndicate and post content on your wall. Okay, that fills up gaps that you're not out there posting on your wall. And sometimes it happens like this. Guess what? We both posted about the same time, right? And so really he may have stole some of my thunder off of my wall or vice versa for him. And that happens sometimes, right? You don't have to be 100% coordinated though, okay? But chances are I wasn't going to post anyway, and then he filled up a time slot for me. And really it looks like we're about an hour apart anyway. Another big important thing is when you're trying to send somebody to your website, right? Whether it be to apply online or go to your blog or whatever the case, it's always good to add a photo first and then leave the link to your website. Because if not, Facebook views it as, oh, you're not uploading a photo, you're trying to steal traffic from us. So if you upload a photo first and then put the link, they don't recognize the link, and you get a little bit more edge rank as well. So the rest of phase 2 is step 1, get your people to start syndicating your content, okay? Get your people to start posting and tagging you in the pictures they take of their new programs, the houses they have, all that stuff. It's going to be completely cool. They're going to enjoy it, and you're going to be able to use that power. Just think, if you get 9 people in your group, you're able to go to the next agent, go, listen, we've got a group in your area right now that, this is what we do, and just kind of lightly touch on it, and this is how I can help you build your business. When you post on Facebook, I can guarantee that at least 3 or 4 people in your area will share your post. All these things that you can offer. Imagine if you build your syndicate up to 15 or 20 people, you're able to see, we have 20 people that will help you move your property. Make me your freaking mortgage guy, right? Or girl. Although right now, I don't think we have any gals in the group, the anti-lady group. Shifts. Everybody comes and goes because of the 90-day program. So that's the great thing about being in this, is we always get fresh ideas, fresh people. So really cool. Now back to phase 2, getting people to syndicate your content and joining groups. So let me show you a couple things. Here's my hardcore closer group. Oh, and just so you know, you can't see this, But that's hilarious because I just got a text message right now, live, right? 2:36 Thursday, June 13th, from Kent Littlejohn, which you just saw me like that post, right? It says, now that like on the kitchen post just cracked me up literally because it's back in my news feed. Like I'm reading a text message that he sent me to my phone right now. I'm telling you, that's the power of using the social media syndicate with inside that group. He's an insurance agent. So now all of a sudden people are seeing, oh yeah, I need to talk to Kent about my insurance. I need to talk to Kent about doing my insurance. I'm glad that I saw that. Wow, a lot of people must like Kent. There's 150 comments on this. What in the world? So phase two with the group is I've built this one to 214 members. Now, this is not a syndicate group. This is a group where I share my stuff. Like today, you can get the training program. 9 people seen it. Nobody's liked it yet. Nobody wants to buy my stuff, which is a lie because you can see right here I've had people actually send me messages asking for it that I will return after the show today, ladies, just gentlemen. So this is where I share my blog posts, functions that I've been involved in. We just did a mixer. Doc Compton is credit repair guy, and he also shoots videos, right? Hit him. Pay attention, everybody. He also shoots videos when real estate agents and stuff get together. He helps film it all for them and then puts it on his YouTube channel. Smart thinking, maybe. I don't know where that guy could have got that idea from, do y'all? And so since I'm in that, he posts back here as well. I share every time we do a hangout or a podcast. If I think there's good information back here, like this pep talk that I'm going to get on June 20th, I think that's good information. So I share it back there, specials, things like that, right? For the most part, it's hardcore closer stuff that's related to me, for example. And I don't add people to the group without their permission. Most people actually send me a request to join this group. But you can see right here, there's no message button. Remember in the last group when 9 people, there was a message button where I could send everybody a message all at once, right? Well, now I don't have that option because I've got too many people in here. I can invite more people by email, and I've got a couple of new people that have come in today to this group. But basically, I can't just email the group anymore, right? I have to selectively hit each person now or just post in the group. The bad thing is if they don't have notifications on, then they may not see this group post back there. So, that's why I say it's not really worth it to have this huge group, especially if it's not getting interaction. Also, you want to belong to other groups. Since I am an internet marketer, I belong to a group in here called Internet Marketing Super Friends. There are 5,624 members. When someone posts in here, from the flip side, I don't see how many people saw the post, right? I can't tell that. All I can see is the amount of people that chimed in, the likes, and everything else that it gets. But you can see this is an active group. These are people who are reaching out for help back here. How do you do this? How do you do this? How can anyone do this? Who knows how to do this? And people are chiming in. There's business done in this group. I've done it. I know people that pick this group every day and get business out of here. I'd say from 700 to 1,200. People back here constantly selling stuff, doing business, asking questions, and you're able to solve problems. This is a greatest example of a group that I know. Now, at the same time, let's just go over here and look at some real estate groups that I belong to. And let me show you some tricks. Every time I've taught this on a webinar, just like Kent sent me a message right now, I can go in these groups and leave some information and people start reaching out to me. And let's just make it happen live. Let's freaking make it happen Thursday, y'all. Listen, I only got this one computer plugged in right here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is going on with the internet at all, honestly. But it is awfully damn slow. So let me try this again. There we go. So let's see if we can find something that is Dallas Realtors. Okay, 210 members. So who's Mark Helms? He's an area manager at DHI Mortgage. So he's mining the hell out of this probably. Who is this? She's a realtor at DFW Urban Realty. So let's do this. right? So I'm acknowledging that this realtor that this realtor posted back here. She's like, hey, listen, I have specialized knowledge on this subject. That's basically what she's saying. And so I'm able to go here, hit the like button, acknowledge, thank you for sharing that. I hate it when that happens. And after you sign the papers, you feel all defenseless and angry. Thanks for sharing this with us, right? I'm acknowledging her and thanking her because guess what? Nobody else did. And she's obviously a real estate agent that's back here posting, trying to get business. You see, trying to get business and trying to work this group. And I'm able to acknowledge her as like, hey, check it out. Some dude actually reached out to me. So this is, if you're in Dallas, which a couple of you are, it is Dallas Realtors, facebook.com/group/Dallas Realtors. Join the group, right? Apparently people are joining it all day, every day. Go through here in the About section. Check this out, y'all. This is some gangster shit right now. You ready? You can see who all's in the group, right? First, it's going to show you your friends, which I'm friends with a whole lot of them. And then it's going to show you people that you're not friends with, and you're just able to add them as a friend. And it's a lot more friendlier environment than just sending random friend requests. And you're also able to hover over somebody and see that she's a marketing guru at Trinity Publishing. So maybe she's good for me, maybe she's not. But I'm really looking for real estate agents in this case. This guy's a broker owner at Texas Pride Realty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look him up and see if we have any mutual friends. We got 83 mutual friends. He'd probably be somebody that would accept a friend connection from me. We have a lot of friends in common. Same thing, we have 70 friends in common here. So these are people that I could come through here, and we have a lot of common friends, and I could send them invitations. I could also come back through here, and even though this isn't my group, y'all, I don't own this. I don't have anything to do with this group other than just showing it to y'all and being a member of it. But if I wanted to, I could come back here and become the authority in this group. Start posting information, start helping people, start becoming that resource for this group. And think out of 210 members, if let's say 8 of them became good friends and referral partners to me because I regularly posted in here and gave good content and good value, how important do you think that'd be to your business? Now I know what you're thinking, damn it. You're like, Ryan, I don't need to be going and looking in these groups. I got to do paperwork. I got to call the IRS and get 4506 tax returns and all this other stuff. I don't have time for it, man. Some good shit, but I ain't got time for it. But here's the deal. I'm taking my time to explain it to you, but it didn't take me but 3 seconds. Let's get real, 65 seconds to go in here, read this, like it, and leave a reply. That's all I needed to do in this group for the day. If I wanted to spend 5 minutes, I could hit 4 or 5 people's posts in here. That's all I need to do. Then get out of there. Check my messages at the end of the day when I'm not as busy. It's as simple as that. So it's not like I'm telling you have to take up a whole lot of time. It's not that I'm telling you have to come back here. And matter of fact, let's just do this. I'll show you my style. And I'll even give you an idea of why I do that. Okay, this post seems to get me brownie points. It's obviously got a lot of popular. It's got a lot of likes and shares on it. Give it a second to generate the link. Change the thumbnail. Post it. So let me show you what I did. I used the whip effect inside this group. So I could go through here like this guy's deal. Go through here like that. Hit the like button on a couple of these and get their attention, because every time I hit the like button, it sends them one of these little red alerts, right? Okay. It sends them one of those little red alerts. And so I'm getting their attention, and I just posted in this group. So as they come to this group to see that I like their post, they also get to see that I'm the top post. Now who's got their eyes on their website? Who can make this friendly introduction that can say, what 5 underappreciated things about real estate agent? Badass sales winners, what? Right? That's curiosity at its finest, fellas. So you can use the whip effect inside these groups as well. And if you missed that last week, it's back there in the group in the training somewhere. It's a video that's recorded up on YouTube. If you don't have it, shoot me a message and I will send it over to you. But it was our training last week, basically. So that gives me, So that gives me an opportunity to start mining these groups. So you can be a member of as many groups as you want on Facebook, right? And the more you see that people are chiming in, right? She talked and did this yesterday, so you know that there's at least people semi-active over the last few days in this group. Now, you may come to some and they're stagnant as hell. For example, the Social Skulls. It had been, a month or so since anybody had posted in there. Let's see. Like Postfuser. I haven't used this group in forever. So like the last time that we used this actual group, right, was March 19th. But let's see what happened on March 19th. Now, you can see we got 75 comments, 165 shares. Now, did it all come from Postfuser? No, but a lot of it was built there. So you can see the power of these groups, man. It's just relentless, unlimited, never-ending, all-knowing, whatever you want to call it. And your ability to create them for agents now that you know how to use this in your favor, your ability to create them for agents is huge. And to get their word out there for them. So here's a little trick that I'm going to share with you for this last 10 minutes here. And we're going to take this all and wrap it all together. And then next week, we're going to move out of Facebook and on to Pinterest and Instagram. Okay? So, right, you're like, damn it, just now I'm learning all this shit on Facebook, getting money coming out. No, Steve Green's thinking right now, man, I'm just now getting money from Facebook. Now I got to go learn some other stuff. Ryan! I promise you at the end of 90 days, you will have a bunch of stuff out there, but it'll all tie in. You'll see, man. Don't panic yet. So let's go back over here to YouTube. Because every damn one of y'all needs to be doing videos. You are crazy if you're not. Look, let me take you behind the scenes for my stuff here. Okay? A lot of my videos are like this, so I don't make them public. The last public video I did was last Friday. I got 176 views so far. It's pretty good. See our whip effect. There's only 2 of you that have went back and watched the replay. A lot of times I'll shoot private screenshots when one of my clients or somebody I work with asks me a question that I know is going to need to be answered a few times, and I'll just go ahead and shoot a video together and save it back here. But you can see, I get on the videos that do go public, like what happens when you pour salt on a snail in HD, which I did record that. It's 199 views, and you think, Ryan, what the hell, salt on a snail? But guess what? It gets people to my Facebook page or my YouTube page. And then you can see that it doesn't take a whole lot of views to be able to do what I do. But here's what matters to me, the real numbers that matter. In the last 30 days, I've had 1,700 people go to my YouTube channel and watch videos. And you got to remember, I don't create but 1 or 2, maybe 4 a month at the most. 6,600 minutes have been spent watching my videos on YouTube. Right? And I don't run ads. I don't even know how the hell I earn 3 cents, y'all. But you can see here that 6,600, and the reason why there's not a lot of likes and comments is because people watch this stuff on my website. You think about it, 30 days people spent, 1,760 people spent 6,600 minutes getting acquainted with me. So Matthew, don't worry, man, we're recording it. So he says, this is a first. There's a tornado in Maryland that cut out the connection. It's all good. I'm going to send him a message back. That's funny. Give me a second, y'all, just so. Give him the old stay safe. Stay safe, Matthew, when you're watching this in the future. Future Matthew is definitely safe, right? Because you're watching this. So, really, though, hope everything works out okay. Storms are crazy, especially coming from a guy in Texas. So 1,760 people spent 6,600 minutes getting acquainted with me. You think that gave me a chance to get some bonding with people? A chance to, people to become familiar with me? Absolutely. And so what I can do is I can come over here to Facebook. Why do I keep calling it Facebook? To YouTube. And let's say I want to share this video here. Let me show you a couple of cool things about YouTube that you probably didn't know. And I'll give you an example of this at its finest here in a second. So you can go down here and hit the share button, and then you can decide where you want to start it at. So if I want to catch them right when Kenneth starts talking or right when Kenneth says a certain thing, then when they get this link that I'm going to copy right here, it'll automatically start at the 1325 mark, assuming that I check that prior to copying the link, right? See, it adds it, time equals 13. Pretty darn cool, huh? So then I can take this link and come back here and post it on my Facebook wall, right? Then I can go back there, copy this, just think of me as an agent, right? And then that's how you drive views, shares, and everything. You're driving views to their YouTube deal. So when you make that, like a lot of you, I've taught you how to go make that open house video where you record their MTV Crib style open house. Bam, there you go. There's where you share that at. Really cool, huh? And that's how you get them more views on it. If that doesn't work, then you just go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and you buy views on it. And I think we've all talked about that before. If not, you want to know more about that, just hit me up. I got a video I've already made about how to do it. Impress the shit out of an agent. And so the finest example that I could ever possibly give you, gentlemen, of how to use the proper timing on a video. See, now that's the bad thing, is you still have these stupid advertisements when you send the time link out. So it's going to start at a certain time period. The problem is I still got to watch this wretched ad first. But the cool thing is, because all the bitches love me. Yeah. All I need. So you can just set that stuff up perfect. So anyway, I thought that you would find that quite entertaining. And you can see as you post on Facebook, people ask questions about like that. I regularly post, but not anything like you suggest in your intro video. See, people ask me questions and come off of my Facebook post all the time, right? So it's not an uncommon occurrence for me to post things out there and people reach out to me. Be the same exact way for y'all. So belong to groups, interact in groups, create a group, create a syndicate, put your vendors to work. The insurance agents, the title companies, the appraisers, all these people that ask for your business, put them to work. Get them to sharing your stuff, put them in these groups and tell them, hey, you're going to help me make Ryan Stewman, for example, in this example, we're going to make Ryan Stewman the agent sell more homes, but I need your help. So with that being said, everybody, that's it for this week's training on groups. Let me shut the recording down here.